Right now, somewhere on your to-do list, there is a task you have been avoiding, not because it is hard, because it is tedious, because it takes 45 minutes and feels like it should take 4. That task is not going away, but the time it steals from you every single week, that part is optional. Here is what almost nobody tells you about AI tools. The barrier is not technical. The barrier is not the learning curve. The barrier is the assumption that setup takes longer than just doing the thing yourself. And that assumption is costing you hours you will never get back. Today you are going to build your first AI workflow. Not a demo. Not a tutorial you watch and forget. An actual, working, repeatable process that handles one real task from your actual life. And you are going to finish setting it up faster than it would have taken you to do that task manually once. Sound too simple? It is supposed to be. That is the point. Dr. Gloria Mark, at the University of California, Irvine has spent years studying how people actually work. Her research found that it takes an average of 23 minutes to return to a focused task after an interruption. The small repetitive tasks on your list are not just stealing time, they are breaking your focus. Each time you sit down to do something that could be automated, you are paying twice. Once for the task, once for the recovery. Your first AI workflow is not about doing less work. It is about protecting the work that matters. So let's start. Open your browser, go to make.com, sign up for the free account. This is not a sales pitch. The free tier gives you 1,000 operations per month. That is enough to run a daily workflow every single day and still have room to spare. You do not need to upgrade. You do not need a credit card. You need 5 minutes and an email address. Once you are inside, you are going to see a blank canvas. This is your workspace. It looks more complicated than it is. Think of it like a flowchart. Each circle on that canvas is one action, one step in a process. You connect them with lines, and that connection is your workflow. Click the plus button. You are going to search for one tool to start, Gmail, or if you use Outlook, search for Outlook. You are going to connect the inbox you actually use. Make.com will ask you to sign in and grant permission. Do it. This takes about 60 seconds. Now you have your first circle on the canvas. This is your trigger, the thing that starts the workflow. For now, set it to watch for new emails. Any new email that lands in your inbox will kick off everything that follows. Add a second circle, search for Claude, or ChatGPT. Either one works. Connect your AI tool account the same way you connected your inbox. Another 60 seconds. Now here's where it gets interesting. In that second circle, you are going to write one instruction, just one. Something like this. Summarize this email in 3 bullet points. Identify the sender, the action required, and the deadline if one exists. That is a complete instruction. Context. Task. Format. 3 things. You will hear people call this prompt engineering and make it sound complicated. It is not complicated. You are telling the tool what you know, what you want, and how you want it back. You have been doing a version of this your entire life every time you asked someone for help. Connect a third circle. This time, search for a notes tool. Notion works. Google Docs works. Even a simple email draft back to yourself works. Choose whatever lives closest to your actual daily process. Tell this third circle to take the summary the AI produced and drop it somewhere you will see it. 3 circles. 3 connections. You have a workflow. Dr. B.J. Fogg at Stanford spent decades studying behavior change, and one of his most consistent findings is this. The simpler the action, the more likely it becomes a habit. The workflows that stick are not the ones with the most features. They are the ones with the least friction. 3 steps. Done. That is the model. Now run a test. Send yourself an email. A real one. Write something like, "Hey, can you review the proposal by Thursday and let me know if you have edits?" Hit send. Go back to your workflow canvas and click Run once. Watch the circles light up in sequence. Watch your summary appear in Notion or in your doc or wherever you told it to go. Your inbox just processed itself. Researcher Cal Newport, who studies deep work and cognitive performance, has written extensively about the cost of what he calls the hyperactive hive mind, the constant back and forth of messages and the time spent translating those messages into action. What you just built is a translation layer. The AI reads, the AI organizes. You only touch what requires a human response. That is not a small thing. Now let's talk about the real power move. What you just built is a template. Not just a workflow, but a pattern you can repeat for any inbox, any input, any process that follows the same shape. Receive something. Process it. Store it. That 3-step shape covers more of your repetitive work than you probably realize. Think about the last week. How many times did you read something and then had to figure out what to do with it? An email, a Slack message, a PDF someone sent you, a newsletter you meant to read but did not. Each one of those is the same problem wearing a different costume. Receive, process, store. Your workflow handles all of them. Once you have tested your first workflow and confirmed it runs cleanly, turn on the scheduler. In Make.com, you can set this to run automatically every 15 minutes, every hour, or once a day. You decide the frequency based on how close to real time you need the information to be. Set it. Walk away. Come back tomorrow and find your summaries waiting for you. This is the part people do not expect. Not the building. The arrival. The first morning you open your notes and the work is already done. The first week you realize you have not spent 45 minutes processing your inbox because the workflow handled it. That shift is not gradual. It happens the moment the automation works. Now here is your one-page cheat sheet for replicating this yourself. Step 1. Identify one task you do at least 3 times a week that follows a predictable pattern. Step 2. Open Make.com. Connect your input source, your AI tool, and your output destination. Step 3. Write one clear instruction using context plus task plus format. Step 4. Run a test. Step 5. Turn on the schedule and let it run. That is the whole system. 5 steps. Repeatable for any workflow that fits the same shape. 3 ways you can use this today. First, email summarization exactly as you just built it. Second, a research workflow. Paste any article link into a Google form, trigger a workflow that pulls the text, summarizes it in 3 sentences, and drops it into a reading list. Third, a meeting prep workflow. Connect your Google Calendar, pull the next day's meetings automatically each evening, and have the AI generate a 1-paragraph context summary for each event based on the title and attendee list. Each of those takes under 20 minutes to build. Each of them runs itself after that. The reason most people never build their first workflow is the assumption that setup is the hard part. It is not. The hard part is deciding that your time is worth protecting, because once you make that decision, the tools exist. The templates exist. The free tiers exist. The only thing that was missing was the first workflow. And now you have built it. Your assignment for the next 24 hours is this. Run your email summarization workflow for 1 full day without touching it. Tomorrow morning, open your notes and count how many summaries appeared while you were doing other things. Then count how long that would have taken you to do manually. The number you land on is your starting point. Not the ceiling, the floor. You have been doing that tedious task manually for months, maybe years. It felt like it was just part of the job, but now you know it is not. And just like that, the thing that was stealing 45 minutes a week, you already have everything you need to get it back. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more educational content about technology, the future, and how to navigate our rapidly changing world, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to Chronomix. Your support helps us continue bringing you thoughtful, well-researched content. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.